Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay, today we will continue from what we have left yesterday. Na? From there, we will continue. We are just going through the methodology. Okay, this part is important as I told you all earlier also. Just we will see the methodology part has three things. Okay, one is pre-proving, second is proving protocol, and third is post-proving. Okay, so summary just I told you at that time also ki what will be as name suggests, pre-proving means just preparation, then methodology of proving, then after proving what we have to do. Okay, all these things are there. Then the pre-proving protocols. Okay, so what will be the already I told about the drugs. Okay, quality of drugs should be proper and it should be properly tested. Okay, study of the test drug. Okay, the proving master undertakes the study of drug covering area of the pharmacognosis, standardization, pharmacology, and toxicology. Okay, all these things are the parts of pharmacy. Okay, any pharmacy. It is not like homeopathic pharmacy or like allopathic or Ayurvedic pharmacy. Okay, it is any pharmacy. Everywhere there is pharmacognosis there, sterilization of drug is there, pharmacology is there. Okay, then toxicological effect also we have to study. Okay, so many things are there. An antidote to the test drug, if any. Okay, we have to prepare with the antidote also. Okay, suppose if any drug may cause any type of adverse reaction, we should have to be prepared with the antidote of that particular drug. Okay, antidote already we have discussed and we will discuss in drug medicine and remedy chapter. Okay, antidotes are that which are just help to protect from any adverse reaction of particular toxins or the toxic effect of particular drug. Okay, so an antidote to be a tested drug, if any, is confirmed. The proving master decides the test drug and it's responsible for its and is responsible for its procurement from the reliable sources. Okay, means what drug you are proving, quality of that drug. Okay, and then what antidote you are selecting, surety of that antidote, everything is just decided by the head of that particular process of drug proving. Okay, the proving master undertake the project of proving on either a new drug or a reproving of the existing drug. Okay, here one more thing is there, reproving of existing drug. Okay, suppose I will give you example. Okay, already we know calendula is there, nux vomica is there. Okay, so already we have discussed and I think a little bit you have studied in materia medica also. Okay, so these drugs are already proven. Okay, already these drugs are in our materia medica, different materia medica, that is like Kent's Materia Medica, Boric Materia Medica, okay, Clark Materia Medica, everywhere this is. Okay, but when sometimes any project is given to you, you have to prove Nux Vomica. Okay, so this process is called as a reproving. Okay, already you have proven the particular drug. Okay, already its literatures are available there. Okay, but you are just proving again the drug. Okay, so this process is called as a reproving of the drug. Okay, and please be careful and note this. If question will come, write the detail of the protocols of reproving of a particular drug, suppose calendula or nux vomica or the given drug or any drug. Okay, just so all the process is same as the first proving. Okay, there is no change. Okay, sometimes we get confused about this. If term comes reproving of the drug, we think something different methodology is there. Okay, so there is no any different methodology. We have to follow all the protocols related with the proving of drug. Okay, so please don't confuse. If question will come, write in detail about the reproving of any homeopathic drug. Okay, so you have to write the all the protocol related with the proving of the drug. Okay, what protocol is there for the first time you are proving any homeopathic drug, same protocol is for the drug what you are proving second time, third time, fourth time. Okay, for every time. Okay, the same protocol is there. Okay, just remember this. Okay, reproving word. Okay, reproving of the either of a new drug or reproving of the existing drug from the materia medica. Homeopathic drug proving tends to be exploratory in nature, especially when the properties are not known, whereas in reproving it is conformably as well as a explanatory. Okay, means you have to it is properly explained. Okay, of total procedure and all these things are properly explained in the process of drug proving. Selection of supervisor. Okay, how will you select a supervisor? The proving master selects the panel of investigation or supervisors and instructions, then them above the ethics and conduct the proving. Supervisor also should be qualified and experienced homeopaths. The proving supervisor preferably should have the experience of participating as a prover in a previous provings. Okay, means first that particular person who is the supervisor, he should also undergone any type of participant as a prover. Okay, means he should be volunteer so that he can experience the things better. Okay, he will understand the things if you will start anything from the basic. Okay, that's why it is mentioned or it is noted key that particular person who is authorized or taken as a supervisor, how much experience he has as a
Sir,
hello.
sir,
Hello.
some students are waiting. Please let me in, sir.
Okay. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Okay. Admit all. Okay. Now slowly they will get. Actually, in screen I have not got. Okay, now selection of supervisor already we talked. Okay, the proving supervisor preferably should have the experience of participating as a proving. Okay, means he should be the volunteer or the basic person in the process of drug proving. Okay, that experience should be there. Okay, the supervisor prepares the initial medical report pro forma. Okay, all the things. So how you will conduct the proving, what will be the medical pro forma, what will be the documentation process, everything is conducted or everything is seen by the supervisor. Then selection of a prover. Okay, how will you select a prover? Apparently, healthy individuals are selected as a prover from different regions of the country in order to ascertain whether ecological, socio-economic, okay, climatic, regional factors and the food habits variant in the physical constitution of the volunteers affects the drug pathogenesis in any form. Okay, means all things are studied. Okay, all the literatures are reviewed and everything is seen. Like if we are taking the particular person from like particular area, okay, is these things are affecting like pupils who are staying in like northern India, most of they use mustard oil, most of them use olive oil. Okay, pupils who are staying in like Kerala or South India, they are using coconut oil. Okay, so all these things are affecting our medicine or not. Okay, these things are also studied well. Okay, because your food habit has a major role on the process of proving. Okay, drug proving are going on, and if any food habit is there that is affecting the process of proving. Okay, so all these things are taken care properly. Okay. Then a consent form are having name, age, sex, address, and the undertaking is used to take the consent of the provers. Okay, this is very much important, consent form. Okay, nowadays everywhere. Okay, even when you are examining a patient in your OPD, you need a consent form. Okay, this is the proper way. Okay, like if you are just asking your patient to lie down, you are palpating stomach, you are just ausculting that heart sound, you are just looking pulse and everything. Okay, so all these things also proper way is taking a consent. Okay, many hospitals I have seen, they just ask their patient to, even for lab test, they prick their or they insert needle for they also, for that reason also they take a consent. Okay, so all these consents are important. Okay, so consent forms everywhere when you are doing a research process, you are asking anything. Okay, so you have to explain all the things to your particular volunteer, and after that you have to, after explanation, you have to take a proper consent form. Okay, so that is whatever is explained to me or whatever is explained to us is correct, and after that they just sign that particular consent form. Okay, that is very much important. Okay, means it is not like that you are doing anything by your power or you are doing anything by your forcefully to a particular person. Okay, Person selected must be between the age of 18 to 45. Normally this age is selected. Okay, they are intelligent enough to understand the seriousness of experiment and able to record the subjective symptom properly. Okay, you can first, we are not taking children because they are sometimes they are not so much like serious or not so much like responsible. Okay, so that's why we have to take the persons who are between 18 to 45. Okay, they are responsible, they have a general common sense. Okay, they are clever, they are intellectual. Okay, so many things are there. And after that, the natural body degenerative changes which comes with age will not be present. Okay? Means after 45 or 50, it is thought like degenerative changes are there. Okay, so that is done little differently. Okay, for first time when you are doing a proving, okay, this 18 to 45 age are taken. Okay, but when after proving is completed, you have to see with the particular age group. Okay, then you can just select a different age group, pediatrics and geriatrics, any other age group you can select. Okay. The natural body degenerative changes which come with the age will not be present. Okay, the drug must be provided on both males and females to get the changes provided in the sexual sphere. Okay, already physiological activity of the male and females are different. Okay, so mental, physical, physiological activity. Okay, so that's why this test is done in both males and females. Okay, ethical consideration. Okay, this part is very much important. Ethical. Okay, ethical consideration. Okay, previously it was not given so much importance, but nowadays because of human rights and ethical committees, okay, without the passing of ethical committees, okay, you cannot do any type of experiments. Okay, the subjects or the provers should be in such a mental, physical and legal status as to be able to exercise fully his or her power of choice. Okay, means that what person you just taking, okay, that they should give a proper consent and their physical and mental stability should be normal so that they can decide. Okay, consent should be as a rule obtained in the writing from the subject. However, the responsibility always remains with the investigator or the investigating team. It never falls on the prover even after the consent has been obtained. Okay, after taking consent, if any problem is happened or like any type of disturbance is there, any patient got disturbed or like physically their reaction is there, so always these things, always problem will come to the head who is conducting proving and the proving team. Okay, it will not fall to the consumer or like the volunteer. Okay, the nature and the purpose of the drug proving must be explained to the subject or the prover. Okay, everything you have to explain. Okay, even before surgery, doctors, okay, normally they used to explain everything to good doctors. Okay, they always try to explain all the things. Even illiterate patient, they try to explain in their language so that they can understand how they will just do the surgery and how much time it will take to recover. Everything they explain properly. Okay, this is very much important. So whatever you are going to perform the experiment or whatever you are going to perform a drug proving, that you have to explain clearly to your volunteers. Okay, in the nature and the purpose of the drug proving must be explained to the subject or the prover. Proving should never be done in a toxic doses. Okay, dose should be proper, it should not be toxic, and that we can decide by the animal experiment, plant experiment. Okay, like we can do experiment on rabbits or like monkey, and we can decide which dose is toxic dose and which dose is the safe dose. Okay, that is very much important. Okay, for toxic symptoms we must rely solely on the report of the accidental proving recorded in the toxicological literature. Okay, toxic accidental proving is like you have not planned anything. I have given you examples of like discovery of this Coffea cruda, how coffee was discovered. Okay, then how Rauwolfia serpentina was discovered, how tea was discovered. Many things are there. So all these things are called as an accidental proving. Okay, or accidental discovery. Okay, so when anything is toxic, people will die, you can understand. Okay, so by previous literature, you can understand the things. Okay, so that is no, that is very much important. Okay, so by previous proving, you can understand the things. Okay. Okay, then next is the that is called as a accidental proving. Okay, then the investigator or the invigilating team should discontinue the proving if in his or her their judgment the proving is continued uh, would be harmful to the subject. Okay, if anything they are doing or any type of harmful effect will come, okay, any time, any stage they can discontinue the process of drug proving. Okay, because the health or the survival of the particular volunteer is much important than the process of drug proving. Okay, then in inclusion criteria, okay, inclusion means to whom you will include. Okay, exclusion criteria means to whom you will not take in the process of drug proving. Okay, inclusion criteria, exclusion criteria, all these things come in research process also. Okay, so remember these things. Inclusion means whom you will take in the process of the drug proving. Exclusion criteria means to whom just you will take out, or you will to whom you will not take. Okay, and you have to give a valid reason. Okay, for everything you have to give a valid reason also. Okay, valid reason is very much important. Okay, when you are doing anything. Okay, so the person should be reasonably healthy and with balance in body, soul, and spirit. Okay, means mind, body. Okay, the what is the definition of WHO about health? That should be maintained. Okay, the prover must be well acquainted with the homeopathic methodology and must have a good knowledge of symptomatology found in the materia medica, so that the particular deviation which may be manifested during the experiment are fully okay ap- appreciated. Okay, so it is not actually not necessary. Sometimes you have to take the illiterate pupil also. Okay, but if the persons are literate, they are well in good in medical wordings. Okay, so that is much more better. Okay, so that's why sometimes it is thought ki interns, okay, after first year, second year, third year, fourth year, okay, internship, so interns students are a better example or like better persons to uh, just take them for the proving. Okay, even it is in your syllabus also. If you go through the internship syllabus, okay, at least one drug should be proved by the group of student. It is given there. Okay, so because interns are acquainted with the medical knowledge, they know all the terminologies. Okay, so many things are there, healthy. Okay, so many things are there. Okay, so the subject must be able to lead the life which is a normal as possible during the course of proving, so as to allow a definite time for sleeping, for the working, for eating. Okay, everything should be properly maintained. Okay, sleeping time should be maintained. Okay, and working time should be maintained. Okay, many things should be, it should be properly there. The subject must be intelligent enough to properly appreciate and record the subjective symptoms as deviation from the normal condition of the life. These subjective symptoms are the utmost value. Okay, means objective symptoms already you know, which is seen by your eyes. Okay, but subjective symptoms, because you cannot see the particular symptom. Okay, that is experienced by your the volunteers. Okay, that is very much important. Okay, these subjective symptoms. Okay, then next is the honesty is a prerequisite of good prover. Okay, that already we know. In medical field or medical science, honesty is very much important. Okay, it is from the process of making drug to the doctor. Okay, and the volunteers, many everywhere honesty is very much important. Okay, because we just believe on the honesty of the particular persons. Okay, what they are getting the symptom, that is very much important. Okay, honesty is expected from the patient also, from the volunteer also, from the doctor also, from the manufacturer also, medicine manufacturer. Okay, because this medical science is totally a belief system. Okay, we are just believing on each other. Okay, it may be the patient, it may be the doctor, it may be the pharmaceutical company, they are preparing the medicine. Okay, so that's why belief system and the honesty is very much important in this profession. Okay, then honesty is a prerequisite or a good prover for he must be very careful to to record all the phenomena from the very beginning of the trial. So I mean they should be a properly like means the person should be a like honest. Okay, honest and the responsible to just take the properly and responsibly all the symptoms. Okay, the next part we will see the exclusion criteria, what we will not take. Okay, that is called as a exclusion criteria. The persons who are hysterical or displaying anxiety and emotionally disturbed state should not be included in the proving trials. As means hysterical word is actually used when you will go to third year in gynecology and obstetrics. When you will study, you will find actually these hysterical terms are mainly related with the females, and this is related with the totally hormonal imbalance. So about clearly you will understand, hysteria, actually hysterectomy. Hysteria means it comes with the uterus. And the hormones which are released from the uterus. So from there this term came. When you go to history of medicine part, or history of gynecology and obstetrics, you will find hysteria word come from there. Psychological effects are there. That's why this term came to this. Mental disturbance of females are normally counted in this, taken in this hysterical word. So the persons who are hysterical or displaying anxiety, or emotionally disturbed, should not be included in the proving trials, as these individuals are not have a balanced mind. And they are not able to explain you the properly the things. So that's why mental balance, or like a balance of mind, is very much important in the case of drug proving. The displayed at high incidence of placebo effect. That's why this is the problem. When the person is not with the balanced effect, balanced mind, you cannot understand the medicinal effect or placebo effect, what is actually going on. Second, person suffering from allergic manifestations, particularly pertaining to the respiratory systems and skin, should not be included. Who have some previous illness or problems, who are not apparently healthy, that persons are not taken in the process of drug proving. Those who not who note down a lot of emotional symptoms, too many symptoms in these realms, refuse the final results. Who are like a little more emotional, like who just put everywhere all the emotional symptoms, who are balance of mind is not there, they are not little emotionally not strong. That things are then excluded. Because this hampers the process of drug proving. Those who obviously omits the recall symptoms, or who exceed the superficially in reporting, who are not interested in reporting, who just report superficially, or who are not responsible for reporting, these are also excluded in the process of drug proving. All these things are the judgment of the head of the head person who is conducting the proving process. Instructions to the provers. What instructions we have to provide to our persons. Before starting the proving, the following instructions are given to the prover so as to get a clear picture of the proving. We are going line by line. Everywhere each line is important. And this is, you don't need to even remember or cram. This is just general things, that you can understand. When you just go through this part, by your common sense also you can write all these things. So like you in your own language also you can write, but you have to know, you should have a proper idea what should be there and what should not be there. So just we will go through the instructions to the prover. Not before starting the proving, the following instructions are given to the prover so as to get a clear picture of the proving. Not to make any major changes in their daily routine and lifestyle specification. Food habits, sleep, exercise. They should have a proper food habit, proper lifestyle, proper sleeping. Like suppose they are sleeping at 10 p.m. they have to wake up at like 5 or 6 a.m. And there should be a normal routine life. All these things are very much important. Means if they are not following the proper lifestyle, the whole night they are just means watching movies whole night, their lifestyle is irregular. So any day they are just waking up at 5 a.m, any day they are waking up at 10 a.m. All these things should be avoided, and this type of person should not be told that they have to just follow the regular lifestyle. Those who are habitual to the tobacco, chewing, smoking, tea, coffee, alcohol, like habit forming things. Okay, all these things are habit forming. Chewing of alcohol, okay, chewing of tobacco, taking alcohol, smoking, tea, coffee, etc. Advised to minimize the use of such stimulants. Okay, first of we have to take that type of volunteers who are not taking all these things. Okay, but it's still like suppose we are difficulty in getting this type of person. Okay, so we have to just ask the person. Okay, like we have to just minimize the things so that your result will not be hampered. Okay, suppose you are not getting any person who is not alcoholic, you are not getting any person who is not taking tea or coffee or chewing tobacco or smoking, then it is very difficult. Then you have to just see the persons who are taking minimum. Okay, these can be because you have to do all the processes in the normal your community or like persons who are belong to nearby you. Okay, so you in one day you cannot change your habit, their habits. Okay, advise to minimize the use of such stimulants. These can however be this can however be withdrawn into power. Prover does not suffer from any ill effect from the withdrawal or other habit of stimulants and beverage. Okay, like too much of smoking, too much of chewing of the tobacco, too much tea, too much coffee, too much alcohol. Okay, this should be avoided. Otherwise, it will just change the physiological activity of that particular person. Okay, that is very much important. The next part is to restrict any other medications during the course of proving. Okay, when you are doing any drug proving, if any there is not any emergency medicines, okay, like which can be avoided, so that type of medicine should be avoided. Okay, first you have to take that person who are not taking medicine. Okay, any type of medicine. Okay, at that time they are not taking any type of other medicine. Otherwise, you will not understand the result or criteria of your drug proving. Okay. Then next is the restriction during the course of proving. Okay, then to avoid use of other drugs and medicaments, especially of the camphor. Okay, camphor is actually called as a homeopathic medicine. Camphor already you know. Okay, like this is used to give a good smell. Okay, in houses. Okay, these are volatiles. Okay, so camphor actually it has a very pungent, a very different smelling and very highly smelling. Okay, so this camphor is like antidote for many medicines of homeopathy. Okay, so during the proving and also to use of table conditions and high spice and seasoned food. Okay, many times like onion is there, garlic is there. Okay, then camphor is there. These are highly smelling and differently smelling things. Okay, so many times when you will see many homeopaths, okay, they tell ki don't take these things you have not to take the onion, you have not to take the garlic. Okay, during drug proving and during homeopathic medications also. Okay, because they have a very separate and very different smells. Okay. Okay, to avoid overexertions both mentally and physically. Okay, then to report every day for proving masters or writing down all the details by themselves. Okay, this is very much important. Okay, means like they should be so much honest. They should show all the things and they should properly, genuinely, and honestly, okay, with proper responsibility, they have to write every day. They have to report what is going on in their bodies. Okay, mental symptom and physical symptoms. Okay, the to mention in the prover's report about any probable precipitating factors which could have conducted the symptoms such as the overexertions, night watching, any exertion, excess intake of the coffee, tea, overeating. Okay, all these things should be also just reported to the particular head of the okay, who is conducting the proving. Okay, like if you have done this type of behavior, at night you wake up for a long time, you are watching something. Okay, or like you are taking too much of coffee. Okay, or like you have taken alcohol. The particular things you have to because this particular some symptom may come to you that will not come to others. Okay, so that you have to honestly just give this information and you have to avoid all these things. Okay, to avoid any extemporaneous influences as they make it distort the result. Okay, means just any type of influence or any type of problems or any type of like which is not a regular lifestyle, okay, that you have to avoid, okay, when you are just conducting the process of drug proving. Okay, then we will see the next part. Okay. Okay, then next part is like primary coding of the remedies. Okay, primary coding of the remedies. Okay, coding is very much important because single blinding is there, double blinding is there. Okay, the proving master is responsible for the primary coding of the remedies, the test drug, as well as the control placebo of the similar vehicles is coded. The different doses that are received by the single provers are also numbered. The provers are also assigned code numbers. The coding should be necessary by be done by the committee that shall not be involved in the direct supervision of the record of the proving. Blinding also signifies, okay, blinding assignments of the code is a detailed record of the code should be maintained that the unlock after the initial blinding assessment of the test of the terminals of the actual testing of the drug. Okay, the blinding is very much important. Coding, okay, code, and that is only known by the like head of the particular. Okay, sometimes they also don't know. Okay, means it is just done by something some person who is not in the that team. They do the coding, okay, properly coding, and this is provided like group A, group B. One group will get the placebo, one group will get the particular medicine. Okay, and that is the best way. If that person who is conducting the proving, because he has the power. Okay, and if particular person will like not know about that thing, okay, so that drug proving will not be the biased. Okay, it will be the very clear drug proving. Okay, then the proving protocol. Next B part is the proving protocol. Okay, Hahnemann recommended the preparation of the test drug by the actual provers so that they can rely on them. The prover were hence fully aware of the nature of the substances that they were proving. Okay, means actually when Hahnemann was doing, okay, at that time there was no single blind, double blind method. Okay, Hahnemann was well acquainted with the knowledge, literature of the particular drug, what they were going to prove. Okay, so that proving was little different from the this type of proving what nowadays is going on. Okay, then they were proving. Modern proving have a deviation and modified this concept, and the entire protocol or process is more scientific in outlook. Okay, nowadays we are just following all the scientific outcomes. Okay, we have many pupils who are just related with the modern medical science and other science subjects. Okay, like botany, zoology, pharmacology. Okay, so in consultation with that, we are modifying it properly so that we can just run with the all the nowadays what protocols are going on the all over world as in the scientific community. Okay, though complex, it is to be remembered that the same time that the rich materia medica of today's were derived from the provings of the world. Okay, whatever what we are getting nowadays, okay, already these materia medicas are written, but we are doing many type of proving nowadays. Okay, so that we can conduct a proper proving of the drugs, and after conducting this proving of drug, we are just reproving, and nowadays with the scientific community we are able to just match the symptoms of the drug, and we can just by honestly or like with confidence we can tell that our drug materials have this particular type of symptoms. Okay, with the modern protocols of the drug proving or the clinical trials. Okay, then next is the multicentric trials. Okay, about multicentric trials. Okay, we will see. Okay, this we can see. Okay, we have time. Multicentric trials, keeping the variations in the lifestyle, food habit, climatic constitutions, and the temperamental factors in views, multicentric trials are undertaking for the proving and of the drug. Okay, this is totally taken headed by the CCRH, Central Council of Research in Homeopathy. Okay, we have more than like 24-25 units all over India is there. Okay, in different units like Kolkata unit, Guwahati unit. Okay, then the Jaipur unit is there, Delhi units are there, Lucknow unit is there, Hyderabad unit is there. Okay, then South India there is Ernakulam is there, Bangalore is there, many units are there. Okay, everywhere for particular drug they conduct and they collect the data so that we have a multi-centric trials. Okay, we are conducting because pupils environment is different, their food habit is different, that are very much important. Okay, so multi-centric trial is very much important. Okay, and all these things are headed by the CCRH. Okay, then the study should be conducted at least at 3 different centers, okay, under the same protocols before releasing the data of the professional use. Ideally the proving should be conducted in 3 different locations, in the mountains or the lower plains or in the seashore. Okay, means mountain it should be, plain area and seashore area. Okay, minimum 3 places should be there so that you have habit of the pupil, lifestyle, diet habit, many things you can just consider. Okay, so these multicentric trials are very much important to get a better result in the process of drug proving. Okay, next part is the orientation meetings. Okay, the orientation meeting we will see next time. Okay, till here you have any doubt, anything you want to ask? Hello.
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
Okay. This actually we are going to this part very detailed. We are going. Okay, because this will be important for you in second year, third year, even fourth year when you will study in organ about the drug proving. Okay, and even after your graduation also when you will be part of any type of research. Okay, then also this part is important. Okay, when you will study in detail about this all the things. Okay, it will give you a proper base. Okay, and that is very much important for the your making a good base in field of research. Okay, that's why each part or like each things we are looking on. Okay, so next part we will see next time. Okay, should we stop here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, so next part we will see next time.